Surprise, it's me. I think you're all wondering how you got here. So Rayman 3. We all love Rayman 3. We all hate Rayman 3. Rayman 3 was always the most polarizing entry into the franchise. A lot of people loved it, while some people felt like it wasn't the right move for the series to make. I, for one, absolutely loved this game. And I kept coming back to this game for years to come. I have been playing Rayman 3 since 2006, which, keep in mind, that is 20 years ago exactly now. Oh, wow. Wow, that makes me feel so fucking old. Anyway, I always came back to this game. But over the years, as I've gotten older, there's one particular aspect of this game that has made me come back to this game and retry the levels over and over and over again. The scoring system. You see, Rayman 3 includes a scoring system, which is basically this game's equivalent of collectibles. You see, in Rayman 2, we had yellow lums and spirits to free, whereas in Rayman 3, the only collectible you realistically have in this game is the Tensi cages and points. Whilst the Tensi cages are a one and done thing, the points are a completely different animal. There's a score assigned to each level, and it's all about scoring as much as you can in each level. And as I gotten older, I came back to this game specifically to score higher and higher each time I played through it. Now the key thing is with this scoring system, if you want to achieve the highest score possible, this scoring system requires you to know the levels inside out. You have to know every point placement in this level, where every single gem is placed, where every single enemy is going to spawn. You need to know every single detail about every level in this game. You have to know everything and plan your combos accordingly. And most of your scoring is going to come from the combo system. And the combo system can be really frustrating to manage, but is essential to achieving the highest score in this game, which can lead to some very, very frustrating combos. See, I've done 3 playthroughs on this game on my channel so far. The first playthrough was kind of like a test run, as I didn't actually know if I was going to be able to record Rayman 3 HD. Why is that a problem, you ask? You're probably wondering, oh, just play the GameCube version of it and get a high score on that. There's a slight problem with that. You see, the original 6-gem versions of Rayman 3, the second the scoreboard hits 100k, the scoring stops going up. Unfortunately, the developers didn't realize how busted the scoring system was. So once you mastered the scoring system, it's pretty easy to score 100k on almost every level in this game. So it was essential to get the Rayman 3 HD version working. This was the 7th gen port that was ported to the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. And obviously this version, it did have some very game-breaking bugs. Specifically, you could not replay a single level until you completed all the levels in the game. Because if you replayed a level, the Tower Leptis would become broken in that save and you wouldn't be able to revisit it at all. So, yeah, not an ideal way to play. But Rayman 3 HD features something that makes this version almost compulsory for this kind of playthrough. The maximum point limit in a level was lifted from 100k to 200k, which is a huge difference, and there's realistically only one level that it's possible to reach 200k on, and that's Land of the Living Dead, which has been demonstrated by a YouTuber called GigaChad Rayman, which go check him out. I learned so many things about this game from him, and he managed to achieve 200k on Land of the Living Dead. So it was essential that I played Rayman 3 HD if I wanted to do this high score run series. Now, I couldn't play this on my PS3, mainly because I don't have a capture card. And if I was to buy a capture card, that would be $400 down the drain. In this economy, I just couldn't do it. So that's why I opted to go for a completely unorthodox run and do an infinite power-up run through the GameCube version. But during this time, I managed to get an emulator working to actually play Rayman 3 HD. That way I can record it on my computer through OBS. Oh yes, the high score run is happening. And I've done 2 high score runs through this game. But there is one thing I've noticed throughout both these playthroughs. There are some really, really fucking hard combos to achieve in this game. And why are some of these combos hard to achieve? Well, it comes down to 3 reasons. There's a few things that will cause a lot of good combos to be ruined in this. The first one is being the camera. Sometimes the camera will just get stuck on something randomly, Oh my god, can I see what I'm fucking doing? Oh my god, where the fuck even am I? Sometimes the camera will just outright refuse to lock onto an enemy. Can you turn and face the fucking enemy, Rayman? The second one being the hoodlum AI, which these guys will sometimes just walk off to somewhere where you didn't want them to go. Oh, why did you have to move now? Or hoodlums simply refusing to move and sometimes getting themselves killed. Come on, move out the way. Move over there. Oh my god, fucking move! And the third reason is the gym hitboxes can be very fucking strange sometimes. Like sometimes you could pick up a gym from extremely far away, and sometimes you have to be right directly inside the gym for it to be picked up. So yeah, there's a lot of things that can go wrong in combos. So I figured, you know what? Since we've done 2 high score runs through this game, let's pick out the top 5 most frustrating, most difficult combos I had to do in both of my runs through this game. And I'll discuss why these were frustrating and why these were hard. Now there's 3 big key factors of how we're going to rank these. The first one being RNG, how much luck is involved in the combo. The second one being how much setting up is required to get the combo even started in the first place. The third one being how tight is the time on this combo. How quick do you have to be to keep the combo going? And these 3 factors right here will determine how I'm going to rank these combos. So if you like Rayman 3, and you're a big fan of the high scoring in Rayman 3, consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like on this video, and maybe leaving your thoughts in the comments of what you think are the hardest combos in this game. Because, for full transparency, this top 5 list is my opinion. What combos I find in this game hard might be completely different to what you find hard in this game. So please, leave a comment down below what you think are the hardest combos in this game. Without further ado, enough rambling, let's begin. So, at the number 5 spot, we have the final green gem combo in Chapter 2 of Hoodlum Headquarters. Oh boy, this is a combo I'm sure many of you hate. So Chapter 2 of Hoodlum Headquarters is already home to a lot of very difficult combos. The first enemy segment can be very easy to mess up. The first green gem combo in the second area of the chapter has a lot of RNG involved, because you gotta rely on multiplying points from the Hoodlum conversions. That's where we encounter the final green gem combo in the firing range. So what makes this combo hard? The first one being how much setting up is required for this combo. Part of the setup process is just getting to this area in the first place, which again could take many tries. There's no saying if you're going to get the combos in the first 2 areas correctly or not. And then when you get to this area, you then have to lower the health on this hoodlum here, but don't kill him, and then walk this cannonball all the way over to the pressure plate whilst you have the hoodlum still shooting at you, which can be very annoying to do. But once you've gotten the cannonball to the pressure plate and freed the tensies to get the green power-up can, that's when you can finally attempt the combo. So yeah, there's a lot of setting up. Now I do have to disclose, I am playing this on the RPCS3 emulator, so I'm fortunate enough to be able to use save states, so I can just save state before I attempt this combo so I don't lose any progress. But that's not going to be the case for a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be playing this on original hardware, which is definitely the more legit way to play if you ask me. And I have a lot more respect for people who do these hard combos on original hardware. But still, even with save states, this combo will sometimes take me a good 20 tries. So imagine what someone on original hardware has to go through, and I understand what that's like. I was there at one point back in the day. So what are we doing? We go into the armory, we grab all the yellow gems, and once all the yellow gems have been grabbed, we then kill the hoodlums, starting with the first 2 that are right in front of us. But do not kill the one right next to the exit. Leave him for last. And once he's the only one remaining, we head to the exit again, and then just before we leave, we throw a fully charged punch to kill him. And then once we kill him, we have to race all the way to that weakened hoodlum back there. Now so many things are going to go wrong here. The first one being this bridge. This bridge is dodgy as fuck, and you're probably going to fall off of it a lot. Or you're just going to get hit by the enemy that's still alive, shooting at you, and even getting shot by the enemy. Like you see this here, me getting shot here? Yep, if you get hit like that, you're not going to make it in time. You have to be extremely quick. You cannot stop once. And that's not the last of it. Once you've lowered the mushroom and then killed the hoodlum, you then have to jump up to where the green gem is, and then zoom in on the Matufu that's up on the ceiling. And your ability to get the Matufu is entirely dependent on if Rayman actually jumps up the ledge properly. Sometimes he'll jump onto the ledge like normal, like nothing's wrong, and you'll probably get it in no time. But then there are times where Rayman will just grab the ledge and have to pull himself up, wasting way too much time so you can't get the Matufu in time. So again, that's another RNG based factor in this combo. I do not know how to consistently get this jump that I always make it up to the top without having to pull myself up. There has to be this exact spot you have to be standing on to do it. But yeah, once you've captured the Matufu, that's when you can grab the rest of the gems as well as the green gem. And this combo can award you approximately 30,000 points, if done correctly. That's just a rough calculation, as I'm not very good at maths. But just looking at how the scoreboard goes, it is approximately 30,000 points you can get from this combo. But again, so much can go wrong in this combo. And of course, if you mess it up, you're just going to have to be like, oh fuck it, guess I'm killing myself with a lava and retrying the whole chapter again. But again, even if you're using an emulator and you're using save states, it's still going to take you quite a few tries. So it goes without saying, this combo can be very, very frustrating sometimes, just based on all the setting up you have to do, and just how many potential things there are that are going to go wrong. Yeah, it's a hard one. So now that brings us to our number 4 spot, and this one shouldn't come to a surprise to any high-scoring Rayman fan. The final enemy segment in Chapter 2 of Summit Beyond the Clouds. Oh my god, this one is a wildly annoying one. And again, just like the combo we discussed earlier, if you mess up this combo, you have got a lot of stuff to redo if you fuck this up. And bear in mind, Chapter 2 of Summit Beyond the Clouds is home to some of the most on-point, most precise combos in the game. So if you mess up this combo, it's going to take you at most 10 minutes before you can get another retry on this combo. Again, I'm fortunate that I could just save state, but I'm talking about if you were playing this on original hardware. So we're already off to a wonderful start when it comes to setting up. But yeah, once you get to this area, the only thing you need to do from there to set up the combo is throw a curve punch to this guy up here. You can't see him because he's off screen on top of the pillar, but you can throw a curve punch to the left and make the hood boom jump off the pillar, which will allow us to start the combo. You first start by looting all these snowmen with the power up active. And once you've gotten all these, then you can kill the hood boom. And it only gets worse from there. You then kill these 2 hoodlums, fly up here, and then kill this guy. And then you kill the hoodlum who's flying down with a 1-hit KO before he lands. And then you go up here, grab the yellow can, come back down and get the yellow gem, and kill the next hoodlum that's landing. And then go back to the yellow can and go up, try and kill the next hood boom with the yellow can active. And if you can do that, quickly race across the bridge, all the way back here, throw a punch at the hoodlum that's about to land to 1-hit KO him, giving you another yellow can, and use this yellow can to multiply your points on the remaining 2 hoodlums on the bridge. Oh, that was a mouthful. This combo is going to require a lot of patience, because there's so many things in this combo that will go wrong. The first one was simply being the hoodlums just doing stupid things. Like this, for example. He's supposed to be ballooning his way down, but instead what he will decide to do is just sit all the way up top and just keep shooting at you, and he won't jump down. And the only way to make him jump down is if you go all the way up to here where this yellow gem is. Which, in case you didn't realise, you don't have time to do that. And sometimes Rayman will just, for some reason, just randomly fall through the bridge. Oh yeah, I totally deserve to lose that good combo for that. And there's just a lot of other instances of things that go wrong. A classic one being hood booms killing themselves on their own bombs. That's always fucking lovely as well. And again, these are just the many things that can happen that will ruin this combo, otherwise ruining a very good run through Chapter 2. the only advice I can realistically give with this one is be patient. That's the only advice I can give you for this combo, is be patient. Because it doesn't come down to skill in this one. It really does come down to luck in this combo if you're going to do it or not. Because there's so many things that will go wrong. And I'm not kidding on that in the slightest. But you kind of have no choice but to do this combo. Because this is the third highest scoring combo in the level. This combo is worth at least 18k points. So yeah, you can't afford to mess this combo up. And it has to be right at the end of the chapter as well, just to add insult to injury. And we're coming up to our number 3 spot. The big marathon combo in chapter 3 of the Bog of Murk. Oh my god, this one? Oh my god. If you are looking to get into high scoring in Rayman 3, I would strongly advise against trying this combo until you at least get some experience with high scoring in this game. Because you are not gonna like this combo at all. So, what is this combo? Well, as the name suggests, it's a combo that spans pretty much the entire chapter. I would say this combo uses up 95% of the available points in this chapter. So yeah, it's a fucking massive combo. That's putting it lightly. The only silver lining I will say to this combo, is once you've done it, you don't have to do it again, in most cases, because, yeah, it's 95% of the points in the level, so there's very little room for error once you've done the combo. But the reason why I put this combo higher than the last one is simply because there is just so much that can go wrong in this one too. It also has a bit of an RNG setup as well. The first hurdle in setting up this combo is this at the start. You see, when you first start the level, you'll encounter a hoodlum who's being attacked by 3 tentacle monsters. And in most cases, the hoodlum is going to die to the tentacle monsters. But we don't want this, because firstly, the tentacle monsters are the ones that drop the blue can. And secondly, it is much more profitable to combo a single hoodlum than it is to combo these tentacle monsters. Because the tentacle monsters are only worth 20 points, whereas the hoodlum is worth 100, which makes it an extra potential 1,000 points you can get, which it's impossible to get that many points from this single hoodlum, don't get me wrong, because the combo is never going to be able to get that high, but I digress. If you want to get this hoodlum to actually live and not die to the tentacle monsters, you have to do a little trick here. Press the screenshot button at the first frame of the level, and you should enter photo mode, but the level's still going like it normally would. And when the tentacle monsters are about to fire upon the hoodlum, take a screenshot, and if done correctly, the tentacle monsters will be frozen, allowing the hoodlum to just kill them all off, allowing him to live. Yeah, that's part 1 of setting up this combo, is just doing that. So I think you know why it's already number 3 now. The second part of setting up is getting all the way over here, and then freeing the Tenchi cage, which will allow him to release the red gem, and then wake up this hoodlum as well. And once you've done that, you've got to carefully navigate down this corridor. The reason why I say carefully is because if you're facing the wrong spot, the tentacle monsters can sometimes accidentally kill each other. So you've got to be very careful where you stand. And same goes for the next area we're going to be talking about. And when you come out here, you've got to go to the left and get this hoodlum to drop the crate that he's carrying. Now, why do we have to do this, you're probably asking? Because if you leave this hoodlum alone, and you do the next part of the setting up that I'm about to talk about, the hoodlum will just vanish. Yeah, I'm not kidding. The hoodlum will just randomly vanish if you don't get him to drop that crate. I don't know what it is or how it happens, but every time I've done this without doing that, he's just gone. So make sure he has dropped the crate, but hasn't died. And once that's done, you gotta go all the way over here to where these 2 tentacle monsters are. Avoid the tentacle monsters and the hoodlums killing each other, obviously. And what you gotta do is you've gotta fly all the way over, across to that pier over there. This can be very easy to mess up. What you gotta do is swim through the water. If you take damage from the piranhas 3 times without touching land, it's an instant game over. And once we're over here, weaken this hoodlum that's sitting on the boat, but don't kill him. This will then trigger the hoodlums further up to actually arrive to the island. which will put them in place for the combo. And once that's done, do the exact same thing as before, get back all the way across the water again, and hope to God you don't die. And then head all the way back to the start, and then you can attempt the combo. Yep, that's the setup process. Oh my god, I'm getting a headache just thinking about it. Oh my god, this would have been a nightmare to do if I was still playing on original hardware. Fuck me. Now, I'm not going to explain the whole combo in full, because I don't want to waste your time. So I'll just play the whole combo in full. But as you can see, there is a lot of things that can go wrong. Between the tentacle monsters being up at the right time after you capture the Matufu, so you can keep the combo going. Between flying over here and killing this hoodlum before time runs out. Between flying over this lake here and hope you hit one of the tentacle monsters in time, and then lower the mushrooms. Between throwing a hit to the tentacle monster from this mushroom here, and hope you actually hit him, and you don't hit one of his throwing rocks instead. And then the next thing that's probably going to get messed up is right here. You have to hope you don't take damage when coming up to here, so you can throw a punch over to this hoodlum without taking damage, because if you do, you're not going to be able to kill him in time. And then this is where I feel like most people are going to fail this combo, is this part. With the two hoodlums incoming, make sure you kill the hoodlum that is on the left first. And why do I say this? Because if you don't, if you kill the hoodlum on the right first, the other hoodlum will take damage, and then he'll all of a sudden do a moon jump all the way to the land, meaning you can't kill him, which will fail the combo. So that's why you must kill the left one first. And once you kill the left one, just as you're about to go off screen, throw a curve punch to your right, and hopefully that should finish off the remaining hoodlum. And once that kills him, swim over to this island, and hope that you make it to the island in time and the green power-up doesn't run out, and get the green gem, giving you a combo that is worth at least 35,000 points. Holy, that is a lot of points from one combo. And that's what makes this combo compulsory, because if you don't do this combo, I guarantee you, you're not hitting 100k points on the Bog of Merc. The Bog of Merc is by far the most difficult level to get 100k points on. If you want to hit 100k points on the Bog of Merc, you have to do this combo. You have to. And my only advice I can give to anyone who wants to try this combo, good luck, because you're going to need it. Alright, at the number 2 spot, we have the Green Gem combo in the 3rd chapter of the Summit Beyond the Clouds. Yep, we're going there. So how does this combo go? Well, in the final stretch of the snowboard course, you got to take a left turn onto this ridge here, and you got to keep following this path, and you'll eventually reach here, where you'll see a long string of yellow gems leading up to a giant ramp with a green gem all the way down below that you got to grab. So basically you got to follow the yellow gem path down here, and once you leap off the ramp, you got to keep spinning while you're on your way down to the green gem just to keep the combo going, and then grab the green gem. And this combo, it's not worth as much as the other combos on this list. I would say this combo is worth, at most, only worth 7,500. And you're probably wondering, well, why is this combo on this list? Well, look, I'm going to tell you why this combo is on this list. It all comes down to one problem. And what is that one problem, you may ask? Well, this gem, this fucking gem, oh my god, I hate this gem so much. This is it. This green gem here is the only thing that makes this combo the second most difficult combo in Rayman 3, because you need to have the luck of God to get this gem. I'm not fucking kidding. No matter what angle you take, no matter what direction you come at this ramp in, you are probably going to miss this green gem. Like, you are going to miss this green gem a lot, and it's going to cost you a lot of good runs. What makes this combo really bad is because you could have the most perfect run through the snowboard course leading up to this bit. You could be doing so well, but then you have this stupid fucking combo at the end of the level that's basically there to tell you, yeah, no, you're redoing all this. Seriously, this gem is so fucking annoying and it's given me so much grief throughout the years of playing this game. And as you guys probably saw in my second run, I couldn't even fucking get this gem. I wasted days of my life away trying to get this gem combo done. And I just gave up. And I just opted to do this instead. Sure, I might have missed out on a few thousand points because of that, but I'd rather save my sanity instead of playing this game for the rest of my life.
Oh, boy, my stiff. Whew. I must have been playing that video game a lot longer than I thought. Oh.
And an interesting little anecdote I found out. Apparently this gem is easier to get if it's not your first run. Why? The reason why that's a problem is because you can't score any points from spinning if it's not your first run. Basically meaning you cannot combo the gem at all. Now, I don't know if this was an intentional design choice or it was some fucking stupid bug that developers didn't realize. But if it was intentional, like they purposely made it that you have to get this gem on your second run, if that was an intentional design choice, it goes against the fundamental design of the scoring system in this game. And that's scoring high combos. And the developer's basically saying, yeah, that green gem you're supposed to get at the end of a very big combo, yeah, we're going to make it that you can't combo that gem at all. Like, why? That goes against the fundamental design of this game. Why would you do that? Now, of course, it is possible to get the green gem in the first run with the combo, but, oh my god, it's going to take so many tries. Or maybe you'll get on your first try. It all comes down to luck. There's no other way of putting it. It's just luck. On my first high school run through Rayman HD, I got the green gem on my third try, which made me think, oh, maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. But then I did my second run and I realized, oh wait, nope, this gem is still a bitch to this day. Oh my god. I like to forget this gem even exists. This gem right here is the single reason why I never look forward to Chapter 3 of Summer Beyond the Clouds. If this green gem combo didn't exist, I would be looking forward to this chapter every time I came to it. But this green gem combo simply ruins this level for me when it comes to high score runs. So it goes without saying, fuck this gem. Now before we get into another one spot, I would like to give an honorable mention, and this combo was suggested by the man himself, Giga Chad Rayman. And you know what? I agree with this combo being an honorable mention. And what is the combo? Comboing everything in the chapter in Chapter 2 of the Bog of Murk. This combo is kind of similar to the one we talked about in number 3, but nowhere near as bad. You see, as the name suggests, once you've done the combo, it's done. And 2, this combo requires very little setting up. The only setting up you have to do is jump across the lake and get up to here, and get the Tenchi cage open to get the blue can. Hope you don't die from the red guys. Get over here and you can start the combo straight away. There is very little setting up with this combo. But don't get me wrong, this combo can still be very challenging. It mainly comes down to some RNG elements. The first one being this bit here. Sometimes you'll not make this gap to this gem in time. Most of the time you will, but there are times where you won't. The second RNG element being the hood boom and the stilts. You have to hope he's sitting in the right spot so you can hit him. And yeah, that's all the RNG elements. Everything else just comes down to if you can land everything or not. Now, I'm sure there's multiple routes you can take for this combo, but the best route I've found is the one Giga Chad Rayman is showing off right now. This is the most ideal route to do this combo to grab everything in the area in a single combo. And yeah, as I said before, the only reason this combo is an honorable mention and it's not on this list, it's because it requires very little setting up, and it's got nowhere near as many problems as the one at number 3 does. But still, this combo can be annoying sometimes. I'm not saying it's a very easy combo to do, but it has nowhere near the same problems as any of the other combos on this list do. Alrighty, now it's time for the moment you have all been waiting for. At the number 1 spot, we have the double green gem combo in the first chapter of The Longest Shortcut. Oh my god, where to begin? This combo is entirely RNG. There is no skill involved in this combo. It is just pure luck, this combo. So what is this combo exactly? Well, in the first chapter of The Longest Shortcut, you'll come to this room with a mirror on the ground. But you're going to notice something odd. There is a window on this side of the room in the reflection, but there's no window there. What the hell's that all about? Well, there is a window, actually. It's actually a hidden doorway. You can jump straight through the wall, and you'll find a bunch of yellow gems, as well as 2 green gems here. And if you get a high combo going, this combo will net you a good 38,000 points. Holy moly, is that a big one. Which, by the way, this combo alone will take up pretty much 70% of the score in the longest shortcut, which is just mind-boggling. Now, as I'm sure you've noticed, there is only 8 yellow gems in this room, which is not exactly enough to get a high combo going. So, where do we get the high combo from exactly? Well, when you're in the shoe section, there's a ventilation shaft at the back of the room, and this ventilation shaft contains 8 red gems, which is 8 objects, which means we need to score 4 more times before picking up those green gems. And where we get the extra 4 from? Well, the shoe. Oh my god, I hate this combo. Now, this is where this combo takes a turn for the worst. This combo has a complete RNG setup and a complete RNG actual combo. That's why I say this combo is entirely RNG, because it is. And what you have to do to set up this combo? Well, you've got to sit right here and wait, and wait, and wait, and wait, and wait, and wait until the shoe eventually decides to go into the secret area with the red gems, allowing you to go in after him, collect all the red gems in there, as well as hitting the shoe at least 4 times. But yeah, you need to hit the shoe 4 times, as well as getting all the red gems in the same combo. And once you have exited the shoe section, quickly grab the blue can, and run straight to the secret area, pick up all the yellow gems, and then pick up the green gems at the end. And yeah, that'll give us a fairly hefty combo. But it all comes down to luck with this combo. The first part is not even the hard bit. You literally have to sit there waiting for the shoe to come into the secret area. And the second part of it is actually hitting the shoe 4 times, as well as getting the red gems in the same combo. Which is extremely RNG as well, because sometimes you can hit the shoe and it will go the complete wrong way of where you want it to go. There's also this stupid glitch. Sometimes when the shoe goes off screen, he will suddenly teleport all the way back to the starting area, which, in case you don't realise, that's kind of annoying. It means you have to wait the whole process all over again. From what I've discovered, this glitch only seems to happen if the shoe goes off screen and you don't hit him, which is kind of annoying. So it means you have to keep hitting the shoe. If you don't actively hit the shoe while picking up the red gems, he's just going to teleport back to the start, failing the combo. I don't know what this is, whether it's a glitch or an intentional design choice. I assume this was intentional, just in case the shoe got stuck in an out of bounds area or something, but my god, does this simple thing make this combo even more annoying. And that's not even the best part of this combo. The best part about this is if you fail the combo, you're gonna be waiting a long time to retry the combo. Or, you can only wait 2 minutes. You never know. This is what I mean with the RNG scenario. Setting up this combo can take anywhere from 2 minutes to potentially forever. I'm not even kidding. It could potentially take forever to get a fucking setup for this combo. It all comes down to if the shoe decides to go in here or not. And my god, was this horrendous to do on original hardware. When I used to play back on the PS3, I spent almost days on this combo. I'm not even kidding. And of course, every time you reset, you have to watch the whole cutscene at the start again, which is lovely. And then, you gotta wait for the shoe to go into the tunnel, and when you see him go into the tunnel, you gotta hope that you do the combo right, and the shoe doesn't teleport back to the start. Oh my god, this combo is so tedious to do. But, the payoff is more than worth it, because it's a massive combo. 38,000 points is probably to die for, especially in this level, because this level's notorious for being one of the lowest scoring levels in the game. But my god, you're going to be waiting around a lot most of the time. 90% of the time you're spending on this combo is just going to be you waiting around. Only 10% is going to be you actually attempting the combo. Even having access to save states this still took a good hour to do. Because obviously what I would do with the save state system is I would wait until the shoe goes in, then I would save state when he goes in there. That way I can keep retrying the combo straight away, but still, it took me a good 20 tries to still get this correct. Imagine having to wait 2 minutes to an hour between each of those 20 attempts. Yeah, I know, it's not sounding very great, is it? But that's how this combo goes. It's fucking horrible. And that is why this combo is number 1 for the hardest combo in Rayman 3. Because of how much RNG is involved, and none of it is skill. It's all luck with this one. And if you're going to attempt this, especially on original hardware, have a lot of patience, because you're gonna need it. And patience won't help you with this one. Before I close off this video, I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who showed up to watch my high score Rayman 3 series. It is by far the most successful series on my channel so far, and I can't thank you all enough for watching it. The high scores I got in these runs are my highest scores to date on this game. Like, they were even better than what I did back on the PS3 back in the old days. So I'm glad a new audience showed up to watch me do it. And also, once again, a huge shout out to GigaChad Rayman. He's the single person who made this series possible. Between all the tricks I've learnt, between all the combo lines that I got, like, this man is dedicated to Rayman 3 more than I am. And he is definitely worth checking out, and I'll put a link to his channel in the comments section. And the fact that GigaChad Rayman was watching my high score runs gave me a lot of motivation to score as big as I possibly could. Because I remember watching his videos back in 2023, which I think was the same year he started actually uploading his videos. So I was there from the start. I was doing these high score runs in Rayman 3 since 2023. So yeah, his videos have always helped me with these high score runs since the beginning, and I can't thank him enough for all of the stuff he's showing. As for what I plan to do with Rayman 3 in the future, I honestly don't know. I already have some ideas in mind of what I can do with Rayman 3 content in the future, but you guys are always welcome to leave suggestions on what you want to see me do in this game, because I feel like I've achieved the most I can with high scores in this game. So I'll be really interested to hear what you guys think I should be doing next in this game, because a lot of you came here for Rayman 3, and I don't want to stop doing Rayman 3 just because I've achieved the highest scores I can, because I'm sure there's more content on Rayman 3 I can do. Leave suggestions down below what you think. But yeah, these high score runs have been an absolute blast, and I've enjoyed my time doing it. Well, minus one video actually, my latest high score run video. I'm gonna say that one wasn't exactly enjoyable, but I'm sure it was enjoyable for everyone who watched it, so that's what matters to me with that one. But anyway, I'm glad you guys enjoyed, and until then, I will see you guys another day.